Even before the groundbreaking ceremony in September 1989, Denver International Airport, DIA, was surrounded by a cloud of conspiracy theories. One of the earliest, and perhaps tamest, theories claimed there was no need for the airport and that its construction was a cover for building more sinister structures. Critics of DIA argued that Stapleton International Airport was still functional. However, it was prone to concourse crowding and tightly packed runways, causing frequent schedule disruptions on a national and international level during inclement weather. As construction progressed and eventually completed, the conspiracy theories surrounding DIA grew wilder and more complex. Tracking the origins and evolution of these theories is challenging, as new ones emerge almost daily. Here, we'll explore some of the most notable theories, examining both the alternative views and the mainstream explanations. One of the more persistent and intriguing conspiracy theories about Denver International Airport, DIA, is that its runways are arranged to form a swastika, allegedly as a tribute to the fascist New World Order. At first glance, this claim seems sensational and far-fetched. However, upon closer examination, it's easy to see why some might make this connection. Indeed, when viewed from above, the runway layout does bear a resemblance to the notorious symbol. This resemblance is particularly noticeable if one selectively highlights certain parts of the scheme while ignoring others. However, the reality behind this design choice is much less nefarious and rooted in practical airport operations. The pinwheel configuration of DIA's runways is designed to maximize efficiency and safety. This layout allows multiple runways to be used simultaneously, reducing the likelihood of complete shutdowns during adverse weather conditions or strong winds. This design ensures that air traffic can continue with minimal disruption, making it a practical choice for a major international airport. While the initial impression might suggest a swastika, a closer inspection reveals that the shape is not as well defined as it might seem. The human brain is wired to seek patterns and familiar shapes, leading to a sense of recognition when observing complex designs from a distance. However, when tracing the lines of the runway layout, it becomes clear that the alleged swastika is not as apparent as one might think. The elements highlighted to suggest the swastika were chosen to fit the expected pattern, rather than because of their actual significance or prominence within the airport's design. This selective tracing does not add any lines that aren't there or artificially end lines to create symmetry. Even with these selective choices, many aspects of the airport's layout must be completely ignored to maintain the illusion of the swastika pattern. In reality, the layout of DIA's runways is a product of functional design rather than hidden symbolism. The design aims to optimize airport operations, ensuring that multiple runways can operate efficiently and safely under various weather conditions. This practical approach reflects the airport's commitment to operational excellence rather than any clandestine allegiance to fascist ideologies. Despite these rational explanations, the runway design at DIA will likely continue to be a topic of speculation and conspiracy theories. The combination of coincidence and pattern recognition fuels the imaginations of those who seek hidden meanings in everyday structures. Nonetheless, the true story behind the runway layout is one of practicality and efficiency, demonstrating the complex planning required to maintain a world-class international airport. One of the more bizarre, and easily debunked, claims surrounding Denver International Airport, DIA, stems from an anonymous individual who, while watching the 1977 Steven Spielberg classic, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, noticed something peculiar. In the film, a mysterious broadcast supposedly reveals the coordinates for Devil's Tower, a crucial location in the story. However, these coordinates don't actually correspond to the landmark's actual location. Years later, some speculated that these coordinates pointed to the future site of DIA, a dozen years before the airport's construction even began. At first glance, this claim seems mind-blowing. The idea that a film from the 1970s could predict the location of an airport built in the 1990s is certainly intriguing. However, a closer examination quickly dispels the mystery. The coordinates provided in the movie actually point to Ault, Colorado, a small town in Weld County. Alt, which amusingly stands for a unique little town, is indeed closer to DIA than Devil's Tower, but it is still over 65 miles away from the airport. This distance is significant enough that if a large aircraft, like a Boeing 737, were to land in Alt, it would undoubtedly make national headlines due to the lack of appropriate landing facilities. This discrepancy shows how easy it is for coincidences to be misinterpreted or exaggerated, especially when viewed through the lens of conspiracy theories. The coordinates misinterpretation highlights the tendency to seek out patterns and connections, even where none exist. Despite the sensationalism, this claim doesn't hold up under scrutiny, serving as a reminder to critically evaluate extraordinary assertions. Few things ignite the fervor of conspiracy theorists as swiftly as the phrase, New World Order, and few organizations are as frequently ensnared in such theories as the Freemasons. The dedication capstone at Denver International Airport, DIA, prominently features a Masonic crest and lists members of the New World Airport Commission. This combination has become a significant, aha, moment in many conspiracy circles, fueling countless theories about the airport's true purpose. One of the most prominent claims about the New World Airport Commission is that it never existed. Conspiracy theorists argue that the name is a barely concealed reference to the nefarious New World Order, suggesting a hidden agenda behind the airport's construction. However, this theory falls apart upon closer inspection. The New World Airport Commission was indeed a real entity, albeit a temporary one. It was formed by Charles Ansbacher, who was the chair of the state's Council on the Arts and Humanities at the time. The primary purpose of this organization was to promote and arrange the festivities for the airport's grand opening. Once the airport was operational, the commission disbanded, having fulfilled its purpose. For those who doubt the existence of the New World Airport Commission, the Western History and Genealogy Department houses 11 boxes of the Commission's archival documents, WH 858. These records provide tangible evidence of the Commission's activities, from planning events to promoting the airport. The documentation includes meeting notes, promotional materials, and other records that verify the Commission's legitimacy and function. The name, New World Airport Commission, might sound ominous to some, but its origin is far from sinister. Charles Ansbacher, a conductor for the Colorado Springs Symphony, named the committee after Antonin Dvorak's Symphony No. 9 in E minor, from the New World, more commonly known as the New World Symphony. This symphony, composed during Dvorak's time in America, was meant to capture the spirit of the New World, reflecting the same sense of new beginnings and possibilities that the new airport symbolized. The inclusion of a Masonic crest on the dedication capstone has also fueled conspiracy theories. The Freemasons, a fraternal organization with a long history, are often subjects of speculation and myth. However, the presence of their crest at DIA is more a nod to their historical role in public works and community building than evidence of a hidden agenda. Freemasons have been involved in the construction of many significant buildings throughout history, and their symbols can be found in numerous public and private structures worldwide. Denver International Airport, DIA, is a modern marvel, a bustling hub for travelers from around the globe. However, beneath its impressive infrastructure lies a web of conspiracy theories that have intrigued and baffled many. Among these theories, the inscriptions on the floor at various terminal locations have particularly aroused suspicion and curiosity. Internet sleuths have spun tales of secret Kabbalistic languages and hidden messages, but the reality is far less sinister and far more culturally rich. The Navajo inscriptions, cultural heritage misunderstood. At the heart of the controversy are several inscriptions in the Navajo language, which some claim are coded messages known only to an elite secret society. In truth, these inscriptions honor the Navajo culture and language, and their translations are straightforward. Besh Ditga, white metal, silver. Tzit Ditgai, the mountain that is white, White Mountain. Nyanini Nisi, Tallow River, the Navajo name for a branch of the South Platte River near DIA. Cisnagini, a sacred mountain to the Navajo people, marking the eastern boundary of the Dineta, Mount Blanca or Blanca Peak. These inscriptions celebrate the Navajo heritage and are a testament to the cultural diversity that enriches the region. Unfortunately, rather than appreciating these cultural nods, some have chosen to view them through the lens of conspiracy, transforming innocent words into ominous secrets. In addition to the Navajo inscriptions, there is another notable floor engraving that has sparked significant debate. This particular engraving features a minecart with the letters OAG inscribed within. For those familiar with chemistry, AU and AG are the chemical symbols for gold and silver, respectively. Given Colorado's rich history of mining both precious metals, this seems like a straightforward nod to the state's heritage. And indeed, this is the intended meaning. However, for some conspiracy theorists, this simple engraving holds a more sinister connotation. They claim that AUAG refers not to gold and silver, but to the Australian antigen, a supposed virulent pathogen meant to decimate humanity. This theory, however, falls apart under scrutiny. An antigen is a substance that triggers an immune response, not a pathogen itself. The Australian antigen, correctly known as the Australia antigen, is related to the diagnosis and treatment of hepatitis B discovered in an Australian Aboriginal patient. It has no connection to any apocalyptic scenario. Despite this, the theory persists among those who are determined to find hidden meanings and nefarious plots in every corner of DIA. Among the many symbols and artworks at Denver International Airport, DIA, none have sparked as much controversy and speculation as Leo Tanguma's three-paneled mural titled "Children of the World Dream of Peace." This mural, especially its first panel, has been a focal point for conspiracy theories suggesting an underlying sinister agenda at the airport. Many theorists claim that it foretells a dystopian future dominated by a one-world government, whether it be the New World Order, the Illuminati, or even reptilian overlords, ruling over a decimated population with ruthless tyranny. Unpacking the imagery. Understanding Tanguma's mural requires delving into the overarching narrative he intended. The first panel is indeed filled with disturbing imagery, which is often cited out of context by conspiracy theorists. Here, Tanguma represents the horrors of war. Grieving parents, bombed-out buildings, and children sleeping amid rubble dominate the scene. The central figure, a faceless soldier, impales a dove, symbolizing peace, on the point of their sword. This jarring image has been the primary source of the mural's controversial interpretation, often overshadowing the other panels. The second panel shifts focus to environmental disasters, particularly those resulting from climate change. Scattered throughout the painting are the bodies of dead animals, signifying the devastating impact on wildlife. On either side, the bodies of a woman and child lie in coffins, emphasizing that humans, too, suffer from the ecological crisis. Behind the children of various ethnicities, who watch with expressions of shock and horror, a forest is engulfed in flames, further driving home the urgency of environmental stewardship. In stark contrast, the final panel presents a vision of hope and unity for the future. People of all races and nationalities are depicted embracing, smiling, and singing together. Weapons of war are bundled in nationalistic flags, carried forward by children who aim to transform them into plowshares. A broken statue of the soldier from the first panel lies buried and forgotten, symbolizing the end of war and conflict. A message of hope amid disturbing imagery. When viewed as a cohesive narrative, the mural suggests a journey from the darkness of war and environmental disaster to a brighter, more peaceful future. The overarching theme is one of hope and reconciliation, illustrating humanity's potential to overcome its aggressive tendencies and the ecological challenges it faces. However, even within this intended context, it's undeniable that much of the imagery is unsettling. The stark depictions of violence and death, while meant to provoke thought and reflection, have instead fueled fears of a malevolent agenda. The mural's removal. In 2018, in preparation for a large-scale remodel of the Jeppesen terminal, Tanguma's murals were removed and placed into storage. This decision did little to quell the speculation, with some conspiracy theorists viewing it as an attempt to hide the airport's supposed dark secrets. Despite their controversial nature, the murals remain a powerful artistic statement on the human condition, reflecting both our darkest fears and brightest hopes. Among the eclectic array of artworks that adorn Denver International Airport, DIA, few have sparked as much fascination and controversy as Mustang, a striking 32-foot-tall sculpture affectionately nicknamed Blucifer. Created by artist Luis Jimenez, this monumental blue horse statue is not merely a piece of public art but a magnet for conspiracy theories and urban legends. The story behind Blucifer is as dramatic as the sculpture itself. Luis Jimenez tragically met his end during its creation when a section of the sculpture broke loose, severing an artery in his leg. This untimely accident, occurring in 2006, immediately added a layer of intrigue and mystique to the already imposing figure looming over DIA's landscape. The most persistent rumor surrounding Blucifer is its supposed demonic nature, largely fueled by its glowing red eyes. These eyes, often cited as proof of its ominous intent, were not conceived to evoke fear but rather to pay homage to Jimenez's father, who ran a neon sign shop. The artist, deeply influenced by his father's craftsmanship and the vibrant allure of neon, incorporated this familial connection into his work. In fact, Jimenez's wife has shared a poignant anecdote that sheds light on the origins of those striking red eyes. One night, while investigating a noise in his home, Jimenez was startled by a pair of glowing red eyes in the darkness. His initial fear gave way to relief when he realized it was his own horse, Black Jack, who had wandered indoors. This incident inspired Jimenez to use red eyes in Blucifer, symbolizing that appearances can be deceiving. What seems frightening at first glance can be innocuous upon closer inspection. Blucifer itself is modeled after Black Jack, Jimenez's blue roan Appaloosa horse. The choice of a blue color palette, unusual for equine sculptures, was a deliberate nod to Black Jack's distinctive coat, a mix of black and white hairs that created a unique blue tint. This personal connection imbues Blucifer with a deeper meaning beyond its imposing stature. Despite its eerie allure and the tragic circumstances surrounding its creation, Blucifer stands as a testament to Jimenez's artistic vision and his ability to capture the imagination. The sculpture, originally commissioned to welcome visitors to DIA, has become a symbol not only of the airport but also of the city's artistic spirit and willingness to embrace bold statements. Blucifer continues to provoke debate and fascination, underscoring the enduring power of public art to stir emotions and spark dialogue. While conspiracy theories may swirl around its origins and symbolism, understanding the personal stories behind the creation of Blucifer offers a more nuanced perspective. Luis Jimenez's legacy lives on through this iconic sculpture, challenging viewers to reconsider their initial impressions and embrace the unexpected in art and in life. In June 2010, Denver International Airport, DIA, found itself at the center of yet another controversy with the installation of a striking 22-foot sculpture of Anubis, the ancient Egyptian god of death. This larger-than-life artwork was not an original creation for DIA but rather part of an advertising campaign for the Denver Art Museum, coinciding with its hosting of the King Tut exhibit from June 2010 to January 2011. Funded entirely by private donations, the Anubis sculpture was intended to capture public attention and generate excitement for the museum's prestigious exhibition. Standing tall and imposing, it served as both a promotional tool and an artistic homage to ancient Egyptian culture. However, its placement at DIA, a hub already steeped in conspiracy theories and speculation, inadvertently fueled further intrigue and controversy. After the conclusion of the King Tut exhibit, the Anubis sculpture was removed from DIA, fulfilling its intended temporary role in the museum's promotional strategy. Despite its brief tenure at the airport, the sculpture left a lasting impression, particularly in the darker corners of the internet where conspiracy theories thrive. There, it continues to be cited as evidence supporting claims of DIA's alleged connection to secretive and occult forces. The presence of Anubis, with its symbolism tied to death and the afterlife in Egyptian mythology, sparked interpretations ranging from the mystical to the sinister. Critics of DI pointed to the sculpture as proof of hidden agendas and ominous undertones supposedly lurking beneath the surface of the airport's operations. To them, the temporary display of Anubis was not merely a promotional stunt but a tangible manifestation of deeper, hidden meanings. Despite efforts to clarify its purpose and origin, the Anubis sculpture remains a potent symbol in the realm of conspiracy theories surrounding DIA. Its removal from the airport did little to quell speculation, as the allure of mystery and the human tendency to seek patterns in the unknown continue to fuel narratives of intrigue and suspicion. Among the eclectic art installations that adorn Denver International Airport, DIA, perhaps none are as whimsically misunderstood as the Notre Denver Gargoyles. Nestled inconspicuously in the baggage claim areas, these sculptures stand as a nod to both local history and architectural tradition, yet their presence has sparked speculation and conspiracy theories. Crafted by artist Terry Allen, the gargoyles are a playful homage to Gothic architecture, particularly inspired by the famed gargoyles of Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. Their design, perched atop Samsonite suitcases, pays homage to Denver's industrial past, referencing the former Samsonite factory that once operated in the city until its closure in 2001. Gargoyles, traditionally found on cathedrals, were believed to ward off evil spirits and protect the buildings they adorned. In this vein, Allen's gargoyles at DIA serve a symbolic purpose, overseeing the safe arrival of passengers' luggage. Their placement in baggage claim areas is both practical and whimsical, aiming to ensure that travelers' belongings reach them promptly and intact. Despite their innocuous intent, the gargoyles have unwittingly become subjects of conspiracy theories surrounding DIA. Some observers, fixated on their traditional gargoyle features, grotesque faces and exaggerated forms, have interpreted them as more than mere guardians of luggage. The demonic appearance of the gargoyles, coupled with their strategic placement in a bustling airport, has led certain conspiracy theorists to speculate about hidden meanings and darker agendas. However, the reality behind the Notre Denver gargoyles remains firmly rooted in artistic expression and local homage. They stand as a testament to DIA's commitment to integrating art into its functional spaces, adding a touch of whimsy and historical reference amidst the hustle and bustle of modern air travel. As with many art pieces, the interpretation of the Notre Denver gargoyles at DIA is subjective. To some, they are quirky symbols of protection and local pride; to others, they embody the mysterious allure of conspiracy-laden narratives. Regardless of interpretation, these sculptures continue to provoke thought and conversation, showcasing the enduring power of art to intrigue, inspire, and sometimes, mystify. From its inception, Denver International Airport, DIA, has been shrouded in controversy and conspiracy theories that have captivated the imaginations of many. The airport's troubled construction phase, marred by delays, budget overruns, and labor strikes, ignited early suspicions and gave birth to a host of fantastical claims. One of the earliest and most persistent theories suggested that DIA was built upon an ancient Native American burial ground, purportedly causing supernatural disruptions and curses. However, archaeological investigations have debunked this notion, revealing no evidence of human remains typically associated with such burial sites. The claims lack substantiation from any Native American tribe or organization, further weakening their credibility. Beyond the folklore of cursed grounds, the airport's physical construction fueled even more elaborate conspiracies. Among the most extravagant is the idea of hidden runways secretly buried beneath the visible infrastructure. According to these theories, these clandestine runways, each stretching for miles underground, await activation for covert landings of aircraft carrying shadowy elites of the alleged New World Order. Proponents speculate that these elites would then be whisked away to safety in sprawling underground bunkers, shielded from any global upheaval or catastrophe. Supporters of these theories often cite anonymous sources who claim insider knowledge of DIA's covert features. These sources allege deliberate chaos during construction, a strategy purportedly aimed at concealing the true nature of the airport's underground facilities. However, such claims remain unsubstantiated, relying heavily on anonymous whistleblowers and speculative interpretations rather than concrete evidence. The notion of an extensive underground complex beneath DIA persists in conspiracy circles. While the airport indeed houses a labyrinth of tunnels necessary for operational purposes, such as baggage handling and maintenance, the existence of a full-scale underground city, complete with living quarters for elites, remains firmly in the realm of fiction. The practical infrastructure required to support an underground city capable of sustaining life through any imagined apocalypse far exceeds the known capabilities and purposes of DIA's subterranean network. Another hypothesis posits that these underground spaces serve as detention centers or deep underground military bases, DUMBs. Proponents of this theory suggest a hypothetical tunnel connecting DIA to NORAD's Cheyenne Mountain Complex, a claim unsupported by any credible evidence or logistical feasibility. The sheer distance and engineering challenges involved in constructing such a tunnel far surpass any known tunneling projects designed for human transport or military logistics worldwide. In essence, while Denver International Airport continues to intrigue and inspire conspiracy theories, separating fact from fiction reveals a more mundane reality. The airport, like any major transportation hub, operates under the necessity of extensive infrastructure to support its functions efficiently. The allure of underground mysteries and secret societies perpetuates a narrative that captures the imagination but lacks substantial evidence. While the theories surrounding Denver International Airport are intriguing and often entertaining, they largely fall apart under scrutiny. The mainstream explanations, supported by evidence and practical reasoning, debunk most of the claims. However, the allure of mystery and the human tendency to seek patterns ensure that DIA will continue to be a hotspot for conspiracy theories. Investigations are further impeded by the DIA actively capitalizing on what is essentially free advertising for their business. The sheer number of easily debunked theories surrounding Denver International Airport should give the critical thinker pause for thought. Wouldn't it be a great way for the authorities to hide something? Just make a vast number of ridiculous conspiracy claims surrounding a secret military facility and everyone will soon let their attention drift elsewhere. We consider the vast majority of Denver airport conspiracies to be, on the whole, quite easily disproven. However, if there really is a deep underground base at Denver International Airport, it certainly is hidden in plain sight.
Please leave comments below, and if you like this video, smash the like button and hit subscribe for more revelations of secrets hidden behind the curtain.